allowed the two children to attend the budget. It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. She off your mind, like me.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, this one not the off in mind, my ego don't come, and in the touchlight every corner, my ego don't come. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you louder, my ego don't come, my people make we shout, my ego don't come, my ego don't come, man of the masses, my ego don't come, my ego diary politico, my ego don't come, this one not day off in mind, my ego don't come, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you loud, my yegun don't come, my people make you shout, my yegun don't come.
Hello there.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun Live. Thank you so much for joining me. To those of you who have already read beyond the caption, shared this broadcast and liked it, thank you. But if you haven't, please, it will only take you about just 10 seconds. Like this broadcast, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Mayegun today. Another $57 million private jet has been confiscated by this Chinese investor in faraway Canada. I know you have a lot to worry about. This is something to tell you how messy things have gotten as well. There is more. Remember that Emir few days ago, the man that pleaded for his life, calling on governments to save him when those who kidnapped him, the Fulani bandits, they call them Fulani terrorists. Yes, they demanded for 60 million. They kidnapped him, kidnapped his son. They gave him 48 hours. 48 hours after that, they've killed him. Now they want something around 15 million naira to release his body. Tell everybody. Today, apologies for the late start again, okay? Like, I have been so much busy, multitasking as well. But thank you, right, for joining me again. Consider this an update to what you have been following in the messy, scandalous, illegitimate regime of Pablo Escobar, the Jaga Addicti, the Jaga Banditi. Like, this is to help you understand how messy it is, if you care to. And then maybe if you know how messy it is, maybe, just maybe, you may be spurred to join others rather than join them. Here is the latest. Yesterday, we were still talking about a $2.2 million house in Liverpool, guest houses, almost abandoned guest houses in United Kingdom, Liverpool. That was to be put on eBay for sale due to these 74 million euro or $74 million debt. I don't have to repeat how we got here. That is why I call it an update. Okay. So yes, yesterday I said something. I said, we don't know how many other properties these guys have tracked down until there is going to be court judgment that says, yes, you can take it. And then everybody will be like, oh, they've taken another one. Here is something about this latest one. You know, Dan Etete, the man involved in this, their Malibu oil scandal, Malibu, as well as Elf, Jenna Elf Abina Mobile. Please remind me, I've kind of mixed them up. But anyway, they had this very rich oil block in Nigeria that has become a case of, a point of a legal, or should we say a point of a litigation over ownership. In 2016, right, Dan Etete became a fugitive because he was accused to have sold that oil block, OPL 245, the oil block, right, to an international oil investor for over $350 million when he had no right. That was the position of Buhari's government. Like others, Dan Etete also got this oil block like for free from the government of Egbere Jolantan. And I think before then, okay. It all started way back during the Obasanjo's time. Then Jonathan's, then Buhari. So it was during Buhari's time that, for the first time, Nigeria actually has a case against Dan Etete over the soil block. Then fast forward, right, to 2018,
2016, when they declared case on him, right? Some of his properties were sort of seized, including private jets. You see, this particular private jet was then parked in Dubai. But somehow, they managed to move it to Canada in 2020. So 2020, under Bokwari, they got a court order in Canada that allowed them to, that is in Montreal, Canada. So they had the rights, and it became the property as part of other things they seized from this guy, including the oil block. But the oil block still get case that time. Then fast forward again to 2023, when Bokwame Tifnubu became your president. The oil block that was the bone of contention at the time, first thing first, the sale agreement that Dan Etete was said to have sort of facilitated and made over $300 million from, right? With nothing to Nigeria, by the way, right? So that same deal was now concluded by Tifnubu, where the sale of that oil block this time around was now, sold to Deji Tifnumbu's nephew. That means the oil block in contention, right, is already in the custody as part of the asset of Tifnumbu's. Put that aside. Now, we got to know that since 2020, Nigeria has been in possession of these aircrafts. Maybe, I don't know, they had no idea of what to do with it, or I don't know, until this Shenzhen, the Chinese investment company that is looking for their 74 million euro debt, found it 9 or so months ago. And they filed a proceeding court in Montreal, Canada, to take possession of the aircraft. They said it is valued at $57 million, and it carries 19 passengers. That's how they put it. So 57 million plus 2.2 plus 150 million, because the aircraft they took in France was the one they took in France was the old aircraft that Tifnubu just bought for $150 million, right? So that is even more than the debt. I think that's more reason why they released that one and they kept the other two in France. So I don't think at this point this Chinese company will be taking any other property anymore. If Nigeria chooses not to pay, they have 2 aircraft in France, and they have another one in Canada. They have 2 abandoned guest houses in UK. If they put all of this on sale, they're going to make more than that $74 million. That's the first one. And because this Dan Etete popped up in this chart, and today the Nigerian media were reporting the concluded deal of this OPL 245. I'm coming back to that, right? The Emir of Sabon, Birni Gobir in Sokoto State, that you saw his video a few days ago, precisely 5 days ago. I mean this clip.
To kai masa kushin.
To. Ga kuma ina cikin ji. To. Ina sanar da ƴan uwana da masoyana da abokaina da shugabannina su sani an kai rana ta ƙarshe yau Laraba, saboda haka in suna taimako na su taimake ni, kuma ina sanar da su cewa wallahi mutanen gawa sun magaci da mu, tunda gaskiya duk wanda aka sun yi, amma gwamnatin ba ta taimake ni ba. Kuma ina dubin ta taimaka min duk halin da ya shiga duniya amma gwamnati ba ta taimake ni ba kuma ni ma'aikacin ta niki mai bauta man niki shekara da shekaru ina bauta mata
shekara kana
shekara ta 74 yau
yanzu shekara kana mulki
aikin gwamnati na yi kusan shekara 45 ina yi ne kuma duk aikin sarauta na niki.
That was the man pleading for his life, begging the government to please. These kidnappers are demanding for 60 million naira ransom, or they will kill him. 3 days later, they killed him. And they are still demanding for 10 million naira ransom to release his body. Plus 2 motorcycles, like bikes, and a few other things they are demanding before they will release his body. So when they made that video, there was no single statement from Tifnumbu and gang. But when he got killed, and the news came out yesterday, the Tifnumbu's illegitimate regime decided to commiserate with the people of Sokoto, the people of Sabon, Birni Gobir in Sokoto. Sorry about the loss. The Tifnumbu's government is doing everything to bring safety and all of that. This was Sokoto today.
Zanga-zanga ta barke yanzu a karamar hukumar mulkin Sabon Birni sanadiyar kashe sarkin Gobir na Sabon Birni. Yanzu haka matasa sun fito suna ta zanga-zanga bakin kasuwa kuma sun hita sun nuna bakin cikin su da abun da ya faru a karamar hukumar mulkin Sabon Birni domin da wanga abu ya faru. Yanzu haka matasa sun nuna Gobirawa suke ɗaya suke sun haihu ga uwayensu. Zanga-zanga ta barke yanzu hakan ga sun nuhi gidan dibiti gwamna dan Chadi domin su nuna ma duniya cewa wanga abu ya musu zahi da bakin ciki. Muna gode ma matasa yanzu hakan ga matasa sun nuna bakin cikin su da nuna alhinin su game da kashe mai girma. Zanga-zanga ta mutai yanzu haka zanga-zanga ta barke mutai akunda tayoyi yanzu zanga-zanga ta barke yanzu. Zanga ta barke yanzu a karamar hukumar mulkin Sabon Birni sanadiyar kashe sarkin Gobir na Sabon Birni. Yanzu haka matasa sun fito suna ta zanga-zanga bakin kasuwa kuma sun hita sun nuna bakin cikin su da abun da ya faru a karamar hukumar mulkin Sabon Birni domin da wanga abu ya faru. Yanzu haka matasa sun nuna Gobirawa suke ɗaya suke sun haihu ga uwayensu. Zanga-zanga ta barke yanzu hakan ga sun nuhi gidan dibiti gwamna dan Chadi domin su nuna ma duniya cewa wanga abu ya musu zahi da bakin ciki. Muna gode ma matasa yanzu hakan ga matasa sun nuna bakin cikin su da nuna alhinin su. Yanzu hakan ga zanga-zanga ta barke yanzu haka a garin Sabon Birni saboda kashe sarkin Gobir da an kai na Sabon Birni. Ku jiha kowa ya jiha a jiha yan shagu a kai mutai da Allah jama'a mutai da Allah mutai yanzu haka zanga-zanga.
That's the reaction to the murder of their emir by Fulani terrorists. Sometimes you feel like, how do you react, by the way? There is a clip of the old man. People who knew him, they said he was actually really a good man. A very good man, a very peaceful man. Enough that people believed that he was set up by the political class. In fact, the protest within that community and the area was triggered because people believed that a member of the Sokoto State House of Assembly is responsible. They even alleged that the alleged member of the Sokoto State House of Assembly paid the kidnappers of the abductors of the Emir 5 million naira and gave them all the information they needed to get him. The whole thing wasn't to collect ransom, it was to humiliate him, beat him like they did in that video. Release the video, then kill him. And that's what triggered that community, protest, the zanga-zanga. Here was the man calling the attention of other leaders in the community to the increasing unemployment, like joblessness, poverty, and insecurity. That if things continue this way, that people should not be politicizing the insecurity in Sokoto State, especially in his own community. He was there at a meeting prior to his abduction and his eventual death.
Mai girma mun ji daɗin wannan karan da kai mana yanzu, kuma muna farin ciki kwarai da gaske game da harkar tsaro. Alhamdulillah muna haɗa mutanenmu a koyaushe, kuma muna haɗa musu saƙon da ka gaya mana, muna faɗin saƙon gwamnatin jihar Sokoto. To amma akwai wani abu guda wanda ya dame mu. Abin da ya dame mu, harkar tsaro babu siyasa ciki. Amma wasu 'yan siyasa suna sa siyasa cikin harkar tsaro. Marmakin su taimaka wannan abu a taru da 'yan PDP da 'yan APC a haɗa kai da mu sarakuna mu ceci jama'a mu sai wasu soke-soke suka kuma na banza. Ga irin yadda gwamna ya mana munan Sabon Birni, billahi allazi la ilaha illa huwa, ko Sabon Birni an ka yi gwamna iyakata Allah. Gwamna ya ba mu sojoji, ya ba mu 'yan sanda, ya ba mu mofur, sannan da yaranmu ba dare ba rana tsaye ake ko wanda lungu. Amma kuma duk abin da ya same mu, wallahi gwamna sai ya zo Sabon Birni. Babu rana babu dare, har mamaki ne muka yi. In kwamman kai ji, wallahi gwamna na zuwa, kuma sarki musulmi na zuwa. To gashi sai mu ga kahohin labarai, akwai wani wanda bai san ciwon kai ne ba, har rediyoyi ya biya shina faɗin wai gwamna duk abin ga da kashe-kashen da aka yi mana da ni aka yi mana, wai gwamna bai taɓa zuwa Sabon Birni ba. To saboda haka muna kira ga irin waɗannan mutane, don Allah in siyasa su za su yi siyasa, amma don Allah a bar su kanmu. Kuma mai girma gwamna, muna godiya gare ka kwarai da gaske, Allah ya saka ma da alheri. Mai girma.
So that was the old man speaking at the meetings of leaders, talking about the insecurity, the effect, and the rest of that on the people. And the fact that yesterday's survivors are going to be today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. On and on like that. And there is a tradition, by the way, indeed, that those who usually speaks up are those they go after and then possibly killed. So you see this guy on your screen. The one on the left is the old man, Sarkin, Sabon, Birni Gobir in Sokoto, a supposed community leader. And the one on the right is the accused honorable member or dishonorable Aminu Boza. Aminu Boza is being fingered in the abduction and the eventual death of the Emir. This is the alleged video from the son of the Emir, abducted with his father, who told everyone that the kidnappers told them.
Wallahi Aminu Boza suka ce mana shi ba su bayyana su kama zaki. Wallahi kuma gabana sun faɗi gaban sun su waɗi da cewa ba ka ji a ce kaga siyasa ta aka zaki. Wallahi kuma sun ka faɗa mai sun ka ce mu san ka ba zaki. Sun ka ce mai amma da rashin nan an ka ba mu su an ka ba mu miliyan dan baka in ce mun ka azama tara baka ba da wasu kawo na su mu ga nan.
So for easier understanding to everyone who possibly believes that once they mention northern Nigeria, they are the same. We know those of you who have that prejudice. It is a stark, sort of a stark ignorance for anyone to believe that northerners, or the way we call them northerners, they are of the same. It is total and like total ignorance. When you hear anything like Gobir, I've been told it simply means Hausa or anything related to Hausa. So that's why you have the Fulani, who are like, you know, the history, right? The Fulanis, then the Hausas. So they have told us that most of the people, if you hear that a Sarkin Hausa or Emir somewhere or something like that, right, get kidnapped, go and check his background. He's probably an Hausa speaking up against the insecurity. And it's mostly coordinated. That was the son of the man who said, Wallahi, it was Aminu. Wallahi. You heard him. And that was him emancipated. His father was that bloody video you saw earlier. The son is that emancipated young man kidnapped for over 2 weeks or so now until they killed the father. And that's what they do, the Fulani terrorists. That was what the first Fulani terrorist in the history of what later became Nigeria today, or northern Nigeria, or the Sharia north of Nigeria today, Uthman Dan Fodio. He encouraged his followers to kill all of their leaders. And who were the leaders? The Hausas, the Sarkins. There was nothing like Emir or Sultan, nothing like that in the history of the indigenous people of that northern Nigeria. But you have seen what it is today. It seems that nearly 200 years after that invasion, the tradition continues. So the Emir has been killed. Nigeria didn't do anything, and will not do anything until the next one. Well, let's leave the northern part of Nigeria for now, and maybe take a stop at the PDP's inner fisticuffs, because they kind of have started the move that seems like they are coming forward a wiki, and he himself is not shifting. Here is the supposed chairman of PDP, sort of replying one of their members or one of their BOT members' accusation of them shielding with a wiki this long. Let's go to that one.
Anytime our members goes on television saying that the party is dying, not mindful of the fact that the party has remained a party to beat in this country, as well as have gone into several crises until today. We are still standing. I don't know, maybe if it's the wish of some for the party to die. But honestly speaking, I think as a dedicated member of this party, you should always speak positive of your party. Yes, we may have various interests, but the party will outlive all of us. Some of these founding fathers have left us. The party is still working. And I am proud to say, today in this country, the only development you see in everywhere comes from our governors. If you go to any state that is a PDP governed state, you see the difference. It has been inherent in us. We have remained very, very peoples-oriented party, taking development to the people, and we stand out. So sometimes I feel sad. I also want to use this opportunity to clear certain insinuations that lately been trending in the social media. If I check last, the signatories of this party is the chairman and the secretary. Just because the chairman and secretary has signed a letter, it has become an issue. People going, saying all sorts of insinuation about that. I don't want to join issue with the other person. It's his stock interest. But it pains me when I see somebody who knows the working of NWC going into television to mislead audience and say things that he knows that are not correct. It's painful. Very, very painful. There is a precedence in what we did during Kashamu's case. The chairman and secretary wrote to the Supreme Court. There was also the issue of Anambra, where issues came. The chairman and secretary, anytime an individual is, we say this is a working committee. I don't do things without consulting my members. I've always been proud of that. My door has always been open. So nobody is going to intimidate me to relegate my responsibility. You can say all sorts of stuff. I know that this is the build-up to the coming neck. Damagu must go, Damagu must go. I thank God, people are making me very popular lately. Anytime you open social media, television, is Damagun, Damagun. Honestly speaking, I've started contemplating it's high time I throw my self into the ring to also vie for the presidency of this country. Because I've become popular. Even though negative to bring me down, but I'm not deterred. I have a responsibility to this party to keep it safe and stable. I intend to take all sorts of action as long as this party will be stable. But I've reached a point that I have to talk. I've avoided talking because I know so many things. The way I open my mouth, I know it will not be palatable. But that's the price of leadership. I'm ready to take that bashing, more bashing. And for my detractors, let me tell them, you'll see more of that later. Because I will not abdicate my responsibility. But I will do it within the confines of law. As the
You see, when I bring people like that to your screen, it is just my own way of, showing to you the characters in Nigeria politics. The characters that decides who becomes what, and the characters that decides what is development, what is growth by their own standard. So when they, when they speak, you listen to them, you're like, oh God. Well, that is the national chairman of people destroying people. Unfortunately, you know, it's become so popular. So popular that when Wike sneezes, people like him catches cold. The audacity and the rest of that. So he was reacting to Edwin Clark, where that said that he has absconded this from his responsibility, that the Wike's madness has lasted too long. And that's why he dissipated. I mean, so he's dissipating so much energy there to tell you that he's being tactical. It's this. All the development you have in Nigeria was done by PDP. Hey, hello, which of the development? 24 hours electricity. Fastest train network or rail network that run across the length and breadth of Nigeria. The best road network you would ever see in any part of the world. Built just the same. My oppressor is better than your oppressor. Inside the shege, that is the standard of leadership in the contraption. Tell me about the leadership of PDP. It's unfortunate, you know, when somebody said that people must fight for good governance. I said, what is good governance? Because sometimes we should be very clear. 90% of Nigerians don't even understand what is good governance. To some, if anybody can give them food, that is good governance. To others, if they can give them any free money, that is good governance. And if they commission 2 kilometers of road, that is fair enough, good governance. It's better than nothing. If they construct gigantic buildings, they call it general hospital, this or that, with no real equipment, with no real healthcare policy, nothing, okay? No chance that they will actually pay those who are working in the place. So, but they take the pictures and all of that shining for a few months and everything goes. That is good governance. When they give them 5 hours electricity a day, to some, that's good governance. They never used to have more than 1 hour, 2 hours for a week. To others, once the criminal politicians share once they shared what they call the empowerment, that is good governance. They do not understand what good governance is, and that's a problem. That's the reason why some of you are wondering, why can't people fight for good governance? Because what they see as good governance is not what you think good governance is. And the criminal politicians, they have decoded that. The good governance is anybody who can feed this evening and whoever can provide that food. Especially if you can provide it a week or a day before election. That too is good governance. Honorable, you have forgotten us. You don't even remember us again. It's okay. I'll send people to you this weekend. Then boom. Honorable there can see. Honorable said we should give you 2 bags of rice for all the household, everybody. Say, Honorable. Wale. That's one thing we love about you. You are always very close to the people. You always support the people when they are suffering. So they've decoded that, yeah? Good governance. Good governance, my yansh. Let's listen to the rest.
And you lose a party. Because in trying to run me down, you are running down your party. Anytime people open their mouths, the party is dying. You are telling them, the opposition, that you are not there. And you believe in the party, unless if you are an agent of destruction. You should be positive in any time you talk if you believe in this party. So I said it's an opportunity for me to clear the air We've just had congresses. Nobody is commending the NWC for the successful congresses we have had so far. Nobody. But I want to urge us, please, when you are doing opposition within, be mindful of the fact that your act can injure the party. You know about Damagun, I might leave tomorrow, but the party is still there. I know this seat is a hot seat. My predecessors have had the same thing. I'm taking my own version, of the heat. I'm not deterred. But importantly, I want to urge us, especially these committees. If you feel before we've been compromised, if we've been called names, but nobody is giving us the credit that at least today the party is still one party. It's still intact. You have a responsibility now before you. Those things we cannot do. We are not perfect. I have to admit we are human beings. We may have our shortcomings. We are not perfect. That's why this committee is in place at the right time. I want to urge you, please, let's leave our personal interests and proxy interests. Let's do the needful for this party. The party is still the party to be. They have been campaigning for us. They are the opposition now. This government is like an opposition. They lack even knowledge of how to govern. They lack sense even to address common issues. They don't know how to go about it because in the first place, they are not supposed to be there. So let us cash on this so that at least we can create an enabling environment for our aspiring members that want to come on board come 2027. We may not be there, but we hope that we will leave a party the people will be proud of, the people who come to aspire. Let us not run down our party. I urge all of you, and use your goodwill and opportunity to do the needful. And from time to time, my doors are open. If you need any of us,
you can come inside. I will be there if I am still there. But here is Ningi, the senator that blew the cap on, or blew the whistle on the 6 trillion naira budget padding processed by Akpabioli and his gang in this year 2024 budget. And he was suspended for it, right? Here is his own views on the PDP crisis, he calls it.
A good omen that the reconciliation committee is in place, but you need to understand the mindset. The mindset of some key actors is that this party must not survive. This party does not warrant our sympathy because at a time in the immediate past, some people did not get what they wanted.
Are these key actors and members of the PDP?
They are members of the PDP. Otherwise, there wouldn't have been crisis. You cannot be a member of the PDP and at the same time be a member of another party. You cannot be a member of the PDP and at the same time enriching or influencing other parties to fight the PDP. As a member of the Board of Trustees, what do you intend to do? And you recall yesterday we went to Rivers to have an audience with the governor. Audience so that we have, for the first time we were talking to him face to face. You remember, you look at the constitution, the BOT is the conscience of the party. The BOT takes the assets and liability of the party. The BOT is well placed, in a well position to be able to undertake such ventures. We went to Rivers. We had about 2-3 hour session with the governor, and we understood where he was coming from. And part of our reservations is the information filtering around. First, that here you have a sitting PDP governor wants to leave the party. And that really disturbs us. And we reach out to him. First of all, he confirmed to us that he will remain in the party. That he's a bona fide member of the party, and that he recalled that he was a member of the party as far back as 2005. And we sat down with him, we understand his issues, and we understand his problems, even before we went there. No member of Nigerian political class will not, that will tell you that he does not understand what is going on in Rivers. We came back. We came back with all the information we gathered together. But we are not bringing this information into the public domain because part of the crisis has to do with the current minister of the FCT. And we have written a letter, the BOT has written a letter to him to also meet him. While we're in Port Harcourt, we also try to understand the irreducible minimum that the governor can give the party to survive in the state. And we have taken that. Our next venture is, of course, to see the FCT minister and had also discussion with him. This is what you had. This is what we think. How do we go forward?
And Senator Ningi, I think PDP members will be excited to hear this because it's just not the governor of Riverside who was in the news as speculated to leaving your party. Nyesom Wike was also in the news, many thinking that he was going to leave the party. But again, specifically, he said he's reaffirmed his commitment to the PDP. How does that sit well with you personally as a member of the BOT?
I don't know about you. I take that his statement in good faith. Because at the end of the day, it is practically what you are going to do in future. What you have done in the past is what this reconciliation committee will be unable to unearth. But as a BOT member, what we need is unity, coming together with the same aspiration. A good omen that they
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
There is something about them in that contraption that it is not hard to sort of, see through. It's just that it has become kind of like normalized, put it that way. If we have to use the context that, okay, people destroying people they are actually a political party. So they stood for an election. And one of their state governors, Wike, because he couldn't get what he wanted, like he said, worked against his own party publicly, boldly, and nothing they would do to him. And he didn't stop there. He stopped his own party from ruling the country, taking over the government, and he was rewarded with a minister. Then he continued to vilify one of the PDP governors, his own successor. And PDP is confused. You know what I mean? Like they are confused. Like, we are trying to speak to this one. Like, are you a political party or just a group of criminals, right? With umbrella logo, like the group of terrorists, criminals with the broom logo. Yeah, like Owiwi. When you listen to them when they talk,
Like, Baba, it is so low, man. I don't know. Like, you will listen to all these guys who are running for different offices all over the world. I'm talking about even if you are politicians, politicians, dubious liars, and other stuff. But you still have to do that convincingly in a way that, yeah, for example, when you listen to like Obama, even if you don't like him or anything, Baba, if you listen to him for just 5 minutes, Baba, you will just find yourself like agreeing with him, like, right. You know what I mean? Like, okay, yeah. Like that way, even if you listen to have you listened to Boris Johnson as well? I'm just using some known faces, some known figures that you can easily just confirm yourself as well. I've listened to them. People will tell you they are this, they are that, but I'm talking about their politicians, right? Politicians, what they do is kind of like to put up acts, make you believe that, don't worry, yeah, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. They are actors. They can be anything you want them to be. And until they get what they want from you. These Nigerian politicians, I don't know what exactly it is. It is that you can say, man, when you listen to this guy, and somebody closer is that Peter Obi. He is the one that the way he plays about with figures, statistics, somehow, even you will be olodo for school. You could just sit down there, they be like, wow. I'm not talking about those Ronukus, most of them go real school. And most of them are just like Agberos, right? Thugs, right? That probably go abroad, some of them. So I'm talking about really sensible people. When you listen, you'll be like, oh, that's the way it is. When you are like able to, if you're a doctor, for example, a medical doctor, that space, you have to be so good that when you are talking about things, health issues that affect people, you see people who know they suffer that kind of health problem, that go on vote for you. You get what I mean? They will vote for you and say, man, I just love his policy on healthcare. Even if you are going to go there and mess up, but you have to know what you are talking about. You have to read, you have to research, so that when you are talking, you don't. But Nigeria, now just mudslinging they do. They will grab the mic and they begin to mudsling themselves. Look at them. They don't know how to govern. They cannot make decisions. But if you look at us, we are the people who love Nigeria. Go and check our record. See, that's how they talk. They talk in a way that you just have to wonder, like, man, Nigeria politicians, those who listen and believe in them, these are people of lowest mentality. Have you never thought about that? Like, seriously. Take a look at all the Nigerian politicians, all of them, and see that you can barely count 1, 2 with your hands. Like, you can barely count few that are really, really convincing. Like, they would speak to you and, not like putting up conjectures and all lies per se. I'm talking about like, not the ones that are going to be telling you that you don't speak Yoruba very well. See this one that I want to represent, he does not speak your language. We need people who are from the core Ibile, core. They will be big, and then you see people of low mentality and say, that's true. How can somebody who want to rule us not speak our language like that? I use that. I'm just saying, like, people of low mentality. Then they will see a drug dealer that says, Emir of Gobir. Yes, that's our man. He speaks our language. Well, let's ask him what do you think his plan is, or his plans are on this, on that. Say, don't worry. He knows what he is doing. Can't you see that he has sense? He speaks our language. I'm just saying. people of low mentality, and they are everywhere. They are everywhere. It's unfortunate, right? Indeed. However, they said that Tinubu is diversifying the economy. And diversifying the economy, they can say, okay, see the future.
What size is your name? You don't follow it. Turn it. No, turn it. So this was made by you. This is your brand. What's the name? What's the name? So this now we found out the women are using initiative. Because what the president is saying now is that we have to diversify our economy beyond oil and gas. So people like small and medium scale enterprise like what you are doing now needs to be empowered. But if we don't know you directly, how would the president empower you? You understand? That is why the president has sent me here today. So now President Bola Ahmed Tinubu now send me, come here, come into now today. So you will not be, you will join a cooperative, but not be individual empowerment we talk about. Cluster projects. So make sure so you follow up. No say we want something to pursue. The first phase beside don't come meet you. The next phase beside you suppose wait to pursue and do your own bit. You understand that I talk about it. So make sure say you go there. So you create another cooperative for non-agri products. And capture her name. She's going to be the head of that cooperative. Give them your name and your number. You will be the head of that new cooperative. So you can make.
That's how they do it in Nigeria. But let me explain that to you. Okay? In the UK, right? For example, if I was British, like my mama and my papa be British like that, right? I can't grow up like this. I can't get small sense like this. I'll probably be a multimillionaire right now. No joke. I'm just saying, for real. Because you know what? If you go onto the UK government's website, yeah, everything you need, especially if you are a startup in the sense that, okay, you started something, right? It doesn't matter. Like, all they need is that, are you British? Sorry about that. Are you British? And then you can access all these without you having to meet anybody or somebody writing down your name and put you as a group leader or this or that, like they normally do in Nigeria, because that's how they do it. There is no systemic plan to help the people. It is always show off like that. They've always been doing that. All right. They'll say, oh, start cooperative. You know what I mean? We'll give you money so that we want to make sure that small businesses like you get money. Nobody today that they give them money, but you know something. Because most of the money that they get, as impoverished as they are, most of those money, or most of them, usually go into taking care of their immediate need first. And the business dies afterward. Because most of them have no process, no nothing. Now, they gave me an offer, which I haven't taken yet. And there's a reason why I haven't. An offer that could give me between £50,000 and £250,000. Yeah, because I've got a business here. I could apply for all of that. Now, the thing is this. Whether you want to, for example, let's say you want to go for student grants, not loan. Don't give student loan here, grants. You do not, right, need to assemble anywhere or anything, or begin to look for some influencers that will tell you if they are already paying them or not. No. Just go onto the government. First thing first, if you choose the school you want, there's possibility that there is a government-linked website that is there to give you SARS. SARS, I think that's a student assistance, something support. And the first payment they will give to you is going to be like around 1,800 to 2,000 pounds. They want you to go and, number one, I'm kind of talking to you like in Scotland now, right? So they will give you the money to go and buy everything you think you need to start your, to start your college or anything. You do not need them setting anything new up and whatever. You do not need to meet anyone. You do not
need to feel, what do you call it, as they do it in Nigeria anyway. But the way they do it in Nigeria is this. Once they say a government want to do diversification, they love big words. Nigeria is depending on a crude oil for too long. So we need to diversify, right? You would expect as diversification as government policy means all the small scale businesses, okay? All they have to do is what? You go so place, pick up a form, and then, or you go online, do this, especially this day and time, right? Put this so details there and show us so and so, and you will have access to at least 20 million, 50 million naira. Considering the inflation in that place, so no. They don't do that in the contraption. Number one, you are likely not going to see any of this on a proper, genuine government website. But the ones they quickly set up to put up the scheme, now, then what they do is that they will now appoint committee, then they will appoint groups. They will call them presidential advisors on community engagement, like that lady. So they need to go and tell the people that Tifnumbu want to give them money. Do you understand? Like she said in that video. Not, this is government policy. As a student, all you need is your student ID and show that you are a Nigerian and go on to so and so, your BVN, what do you call that? That will tell us everything else we need to know about you. And you would have access to a student grant, education grants, starting from $1 million naira, depending on the course you are going for. If you are going for so and so, they would have already gauged it. Here in Scotland, when Agbeke was like going for our HND, in graphic designing, and then what have you then? I remember, apart from the fact that they have to be giving that money every month, the first batch of money they gave to her was like about £3,000. She needed to buy a new laptop. She needed to buy this. She needed to buy that. And, and she was buying everything brand new like that. Everything, including pencil. Well, the education is free on itself. So it's always there to take. So if you have people who are saying we are coming to empower the young people, or we are coming to empower the microeconomy or macro or whatever it's called, then you would have a system built in a way that, Baba, you do not need special advisor, special assistant, this sort. No, you don't need them. All you need is just a proper guidance for people to just go and do this, that's it. But Nigeria is so corrupt that even the criminals in government, right, who set up any scheme, automatically turn it into scam. Then if they make it public, they can't be scammer versus scammer, dog eats dog. The people and the people in government until they will crash it, and there would not be headway, there will be no any definition, and the rest of that will be history. But they will still tell you, but some people collected money, because that's the purpose. Some people will get money. Some people will collect the student loan. Some people will collect what they call the diversification money. At the end of the day, they may give that lady, they will say, they've given them 500,000 naira to go and start soap making business. I remember 10, 15 years ago, or like 15 years ago, that used to be a thing. Far away, we're going maybe 20 years ago. Empowerment program, soap making, liquid soap. A lot of us were trained by politicians on how to make soap. You see a whole community, all of us, they learn how to make soap. This one is learning how to make liquid soap. I'm learning how to make liquid soap, bar soap, how to make candle, how to make this, At the end of the day, none of us could actually really do anything with it, because those who set these things up in the name of government, they actually open shop on everybody's head. Last, now them, they say, okay, this empowerment program is 100 million naira. They were going to say, make me and you go do 3 weeks soap training, candle training, this one training, weaving, all of this nonsense that politicians bring, but there is nothing to back it. Because if to say they were like being for real, there will be some communities today that their area of specialty may be candles. If you know the amount of, if you know the number of people, young people they trained on how to make candle between 1999 and 2007. How to rear fish farming, Last, everybody learn how to do this or that. When the hunger fire them, no support, no nothing. They forgot about everything they learned. Some started probably riding Okada, Keke Marua, and other things to survive. Guess what? Those who put all those programs together, successive governments who put together all these programs, right? They probably built themselves houses, mansions in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, and they lived large. The people they thought they were empowering, they are now members of the poverty capital of the world today. The irony. It's called the irony. Now, you see, doctors are leaving Nigeria. Nurses are leaving. And they are doing everything to frustrate them wherever all of you are going. They are frustrating you. Now, they say, what do they call those ones again? Student nurse. No, not student nurse. Sergeant. Oh, yeah. Somebody said these are the people that will replace all of you nurses that are jackpying.
You see, I'm sure we're all familiar with this present syndrome, jackpot syndrome. When people are running away, and let me tell you, whether we like it or not, if millions of doctors, male lab scientists, nurses are trained today, once they have an opportunity, they go. They are human beings. Once they have better offer, they go. You cannot stop them. I think one of the best things the government can do is to encourage, product of health technology institutions, to strengthen them the more, so that they can take over where you don't have the doctors and other allied professionals. Recently, you discover that some of our products are so vast that in some places they address them as doctors. Of course, we want to believe that in every health sector you have a limit. That's why we have assistant technician and we have scientists in some cases. You see, I'm sure we're all familiar with this.
my ethic. I swear, I don't know why that kind of like cracked me up somehow, right? Because I'm like, I remember LTech, let's say. How many of you remember LTech, let's say? Do you remember all those nurses from LTech, let's say? I think they were auxiliary nurses. What is... See, listen. When people talk about the LTech, let's say, in Ijebu, they believe that that's where they train nurses professionally. I've been a mistake, because when I heard that LTech students, LTech graduate, should replace doctors with Don Japa. Now then I know say auxiliary nurse that people are already calling them doctor anyway. So why not? Just if all these people are Don Japa, let's use all these tech graduate, tech, Dr. Sisimi. Nigeria till accidents. And so on, they're saying it, we are laughing. Abi? Nigeria is in a problem. If truly they have the population of 200 million people, and then the entire health sector in Nigeria has collapsed totally, that even those in charge of the contraption don't use the health care of that country anymore. More people are already, more have left and more are still living. About we can't go find air tech people more. People are already suffering the lack of adequate, qualified medical practitioners in Nigeria. It is already, like, wherever they are so scarce that I think the rich have cornered them. Yeah. Now you have quack doctors everywhere. Quack doctors everywhere. People where they give people malaria drug for cancer. They can't say only lower this treatment. Let me be honest with you. I have been this doctor for the past 15 years. I think your situation is lower quack doctors who are signing the death warrant of so many people. See, people will not get anything. They do not have anything to lose. You see, those of you who are still claiming to be middle class, Am I lost sick you? You see, me, I keep saying it.
And it is not a laughing matter. I'm serious. Let's get serious. Nigeria is so dangerous, right? That so many people right now, they are just one single sickness away from poverty. If any sickness is going to take your money and leave you at the end of the day, that's probably like something some people they can make peace with. We are talking about you go hospital because you are having backache. And then you wanted them to check you. You enter the hand of Kukulaja, Dr. Kukulaja. Before you know it, Kojufo, ATD, Kalafia Shatiwa. You know what that means, right? You go to hospital, go check backache, then bring you back blind, deaf, dumb, and crippled. Here's your money. They say, Oluwo Furaku, person will get money, take money, buy death. Now, a lot of you will be so scared if you see your colleagues who are becoming sort of demobilized by a compromised health sector. I'm talking to those of you who have the capacity to sit down and watch my video for 2 hours in Nigeria without blinking, no light, expensive petrol, but yet you will still sit there and you will watch. That means you this whole thing, not to they touch you. But that means you still have the chance right now. If you know they stand up, to stand up. Because somebody shele pam. You may never live to tell this story. Because the man doing your junior. I've said this before. Something happened and you are like, you've been there on my goons, they are political. Shut up your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Boom, something happened. Last minute. One voice in Mayegun. Everything Mayegun said that you thought would never happen or ever be your portion in Jesus' name. Now, they don't be your portion. But there's nothing you can do. So it's not a laughing matter. This one is even worse than the Boko Haram, Fulani terrorism, Nigerian, terrorist military and the rest of them. The Nigerian, terrorist police. The other day I said that Nigerian police is like the criminal organization. Somebody said like, don't say that. It's not all of them. Because sometimes when some of them say things, right? You look at them and be like, "She this same? Is this the same you they think they cross road?" Thank you, Jerry. Anyway, so you have the healthcare system that you are just a tiny step away from becoming some of the things that you probably hope will never touch you. It's unfortunate, though, right? So yeah, let's hope those who are yet to be touched speaks up and stand up. Not just speaks out and you have to stand up as well. Don't wait till it touches you, because I think that's what happened to these guys in Ibadan. You've been hearing about EFCC, who have been invading and breaking into people's homes, right? In the middle of the night. They did it to one guy. They didn't know he's a lawyer. They beat him to hell, right? Then his colleague heard about it. They staged their own zanga in Ibadan. Don't wait till it happens to you before you stand up. Because now everybody, the only thing that is pretty much democratized in Nigeria is injustice. It is the only thing. Now everybody go collect. Let's go to Ibadan.
We are from here. And they use their gas. They use their gas. They use their gas. Rubbish people. Let's stop that. Don't use it. It's all right. Let us Nigerian lawyers. stay beside. That we have come here to register our registration and release canister of tear gas. There is no problem about that. Like I have said, the first and the last time I've ever been to your facility was the time I came for a client, and right from the gates, the hostility was so much that I vowed that I would never enter this place. I will never, and I will never, even today, even when I'm invited, I'm not going to enter your facility. Whoever that want to address us, come out and address us. Not your gas. You are here. Not your gas. You are here. No, don't worry. Not your gas now. No, we are here. Not your gas. Use your gas. Don't punish you. Use your gas. We are here. We are here now.
Sorry. Please, I'm so happy that.
Meanwhile, before you speak, sir, your people has pointed gun on every member of this. Let that be registered.
I think somebody called this gathering to order now. So
please let us speak to them. We have come here. Please, nobody should speak. We have come here. And they use tear gas. They tear gas. He fell. He fainted. He passed out. 70 years old man. But when their people came,
so they tear gas them. They pass out. They wanted it registered. Lawyers in Ibadan. And yes, it is registered. My learned colleagues. Now, leaving that behind. Okay. Tipnumbu is on his way back to Nigeria. Yeah, he's going to be back to Nigeria tomorrow. Because they need to swear for your new CJN. CJN means Chief Justice of Nigeria. And it's going to be, the next CJN is going to be that woman, Kekere Ekun. The woman that's the Nigerian, what do you call it? Sorry. So many international embassies, or should we say, many embassies have actually barred her and they won't grant her visa because of her role in the Imo State abracadabra at the time. Kekere Ekun, that was one of those who brought Hopeless Uzodinjo, Hopeless Uzodingba as the Supreme Court governor of Owerri by pronouncement of Tanko technicality. The former CJN, Tanko technicality, Babalawo Ife, the original plane driver, who declared that somebody who came forth in a general governorship election was declared winner. Kekere Ekun and many others were sanctioned, even by America. They won't give her visa. Similarly, the Nigerian police, organized criminals, many Nigerian policemen do not get a visa grant, what have you, in so many countries, simply because of their notoriety, their popularity for criminality, terrorism. Nigerian police, so I didn't make that up. You can go and check it out. While Kekere Ekun is going to become your new CJN, it is corruption continua. This guy that is retiring has succeeded. He has succeeded in installing his own family members. Yeah, you heard me right. His daughter, his son, his son-in-law, and I think his girlfriend too. He's made them all judges, except one that is made a pure member or director of the NJC, something, was like strategic, finance for the NJC. Anyway, put that aside. They said call you out to return to Nigeria tomorrow to swear for her as your next CJN. So forget justice. I just thought I should let you know. Okay, I'll show you her face. In Kano, the hypocrisy continues. According to the Temple of Truth research, the drug addiction in northern part of Nigeria is more than a pandemic. We're talking about people who are like not only drug users, we are talking about drug abusers, illegal substance abusers. Then there are elites, mostly, who are like, pedophiles and all that, who are committing horrible crimes. Then they share money from the proceeds of alcohol. Then every now and then, this provocative image or provocative images like what I just shared with you always pop up as a thing of pride by the Sharia North when they destroy people's businesses. Another context to let you know that Nigeria is not for you. How many times will they tell you that Nigeria is not for you? Where they say you are a Nigerian and you can live anywhere and everywhere, you can do your legitimate business anywhere and everywhere, but there is nowhere in that same in that same fake constitution that says there's a clause, so except in northern Nigeria. How many times?
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. I am mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise. Amen.
When they lie to you that one Nigeria, then you brag and take your business to that place, right? You watch them celebrate. They say 25 million naira worth of beer destroyed. Then you will begin to see some of the latrine dwellers, the baby jihadists, the social media bandits, Facebook adsmen. They'll begin to tell you, it is against our religion. We don't like alcohol. Alcohol is against Nigeria. Break up this contraption and save lives, please. I beg. Now go do. People's businesses have been destroyed in the name of their Sharia, while horrible things are being ignored. I'm talking about horrible crimes like raping children, pedophilia, sodomizing young boys, crimes that they love to sweep under the carpet, and then they cover that with blasphemy. I'm talking about, treasury looters, people who steal the common patrimony of the people, and they get away with that. Those are forgivable, they are forgivable, I think. For destroying people's businesses or taking lives in the name of the Allah, barbaric, right? No, it's a thing of pride. They even have the government, supposed government police, ISBA police. Looking, they call them the moral police. Moral police. Anyway, here is someone's view in their own, in their own way. In the last 1 year of Kolu, I heard that a liter of kerosene is now over 2,000 naira. Please tell me that is not true, because I grew up using kerosene to cook for light. Somebody said Atupa was called it's called a bush lamp. So
If people can no longer afford kerosene, Ogusho Niel, I imagine if you have to buy Ogusho to make a fire. APC Egbekegbe has taken you back to centuries that you only read about. Now you are living it. I'll share this.
Well, I think, to be honest, we can't report significant improvement. We can't. It does not mean that perhaps the administration has not thought out any good policy. There have been some good policies. For example, the scholarship fund is on principle very good policy, but we can't for now. It was much delayed and suddenly takes off. Maybe the only place we've seen significant movement is with the power sector in respect of not the leadership by the minister at all, but by states themselves that have quickly set up their own regulatory agencies and electricity laws, and has got neck also to give them power to now create their own market. So we've seen rapid movement in that direction as stipulated in the Electricity Act of 2023. But that's not attributable much to anything that the federal government has done, but more towards state governors who are eager and anxious to create their own agencies have done. Whether that will make sense in terms of improving the grid management and power availability is a different conversation. We can also talk about the aviation sector. I think we've seen some kind of reform carried out by Mr. Festus Keyamo related to basically reconstituting the regulatory agencies and the transition agencies in the aviation sector, and again some kind of bullish response to issues, whether it's about AIPs to London and all that. So I would say some significant move has happened there. In the judiciary, the case of the local government financing that the Attorney General took to court and won at the Supreme Court, one could add as a positive, even though I don't think that decision strengthens federalism. I think, and of course, I think it's solving the problem with wrong solutions that creates additional problem. But again, significant because he has moved the needle fast. So I can think about that. What else? Foreign affairs, I don't think we've done much. We've seen we have been slammed here and there by lawsuits, by confiscation of presidential assets. We hear minister blame states authorities for not carrying them along when evidence shows that the federal government were also part of those transactions. So we've not seen successful diplomacy either to prevent this kind of assault on sovereignty or to quickly tit for tat or kind of force a reversal. But as we rather we've seen the Chinese companies working perhaps with the Chinese state kind of taking hold of more assets. So I think in those areas you see clear failure. On economy, the big deal here, in my view, we've not seen significant de-escalation of inflation or even interest rates. Of course, is being used as a strategy to perhaps deal with inflation. So the inflation is still high. We've seen a small shift, small in decimal point, but month to month, but not year to year. So primarily, whatever economic policies they're cooking has not started yielding in any sense. Fuel, petrol, which is a basic for production in the small and medium enterprise sector, and also for household welfare, is now more out of supply in terms of availability and pricing. So basic indicators, whether it's in terms of unemployment, in terms of poverty reduction, or in terms of social welfare indicators, we've not seen in the last 1 year much. In fact, we've seen things have worsened actually. Maybe they can get better in the future, but for now, they've not gotten better. So, and then even the quality of the economic policy themselves and the way they articulated and implemented, gaps, it's a weakness. So it's not like, yes, it's possible that some of the policies might yield result in the second year, but you can begin to see that they are well articulated and well communicated and properly implemented. Works Minister has done some job here and there, but so far you can't, in a year, you can't say we've seen.
Nuisance Lele.
If you want try to kind of be, when you want to try to say, I want to be objective, You know, say if you want to say you want to be objective in Nigerian style, that means you want to lie. You can see how he's struggling. That person, that's supposed to one of brainy guys in that contraption, okay, Sam Amadi. But he wanted to be balanced. We have seen some significant improvement. Earpiece is now flying to London. Are you joking? Are you mad? Like, are you mad? Right. So it was there, even the face, the straight face it was making would tell you everything you need to know. You needed to know. My time is wrapping up, and if I have to clean the entire place, it's good sometimes to possibly use the news of those who are clearing people's sheets. See, open defecation is a problem. In West Africa, especially Nigeria. Imagine a country of 200 million people who said, okay, I don't want to go there, so I don't want to ruin this for you, right? 200 million people where they have a problem, pandemic of open defecation. I'm talking about people who are openly shitting in public like that. So Lagos State Environment Commissioner, the guy who has been really active, I will give that to him, right? And today they were out again, cleaning and clearing people's shits. And I hope some of you that will see this video who lives in Lagos, please, I beg. Mokuna. Okay, I don't even know how to beg you because there should be a public toilet. Can you not walk into a restaurant or any eatery or anywhere if you feel pressed now? Just walk in there and say, please, can we use your toilet? We sort of do that here. I mean, I have done that. Not for myself, but for my kids. Like I walk into the store or into the mall and say, can I use your toilet? Can we please use your toilet to change the kids? Instead of just taking up the nappy or kind of asking them to poo on the road. I know this is 2024. Things like this shouldn't really be happening anymore. But man, damn. Like, how do you even do it? I can't use a toilet if I see any single stain of poo. I don't know about others, right? It no go come out. But imagine you can't enter one place, and everywhere, poo there everywhere. You have to be like, I'm gonna like that. Abi, you have to be like you'll be walking over poo. That's disgusting. And then this is 2024. Did they know about all this, by the way? Like that Lagos government could buy any of this. You know, just put it inside that place and it will sweep everything off, clear it off, wrap it and clean it. And you can put that in strategic places that would discourage people from dumping anything in those places. Like, they've got the money, don't they? You could get this street sweeper. This one as it be so, right? You feel put them inside truck. Put them inside truck and drive it to a location and drop it there and let it sweep and clean everything without subjecting those people to that kind of thing. You can buy like 100 of these in Lagos. And I promise you, right? This alone, if they regularly just clean the entire, paved space in Lagos, it will reduce the waste in Lagos by more than 50%. Because you know what? People will know that somewhere is so clean that they shouldn't stain it. They shouldn't dump anything or drop anything there. Lagos can buy that, I don't think this truck is going to be more than maybe $15,000. 10 of that is $150,000. 10. 100 of that is $1.5 million. How much is $1.5 million in Nigeria money? That's not more than what Lagos State can afford. It's less than 400 million naira. If you put the whole thing together, they can buy 100 of these with less than 500 million naira, even with corruption money. Maybe they had corruption. Like maybe they had their own corruption. Imagine if they have the 100 of these and they are buying 100 every year. In 8 years, you have 800 of these road sweepers. And all the people where they shit for everywhere. All the sand, all the everywhere too. You clean them out of the paved roads. Save yourself some maintenance fee and all of that. And your roads may even last longer than they are right now. I'm just saying, that's not bad, is it? Or this one they use there. You see, it's got its own reservoir in the back. It takes everything for you. See, this one service. This one is even supportive of what do you call it? This one supports climate change. See this one, climate change. Or you get this into some urban areas, and sweep everywhere. You save yourself all the hassle of reconstructing and all of that stuff. I just thought I should share that with you, okay? And on that note, we are going to, what do you call it? We are going to bring this to an end. And then I'm going to take calls because I know a lot of people who would like to react to this chat this evening. But we'll take a break first, okay? And then when I come back, we'll take calls. Yeah, we'll take calls and then we'll call it tonight. Please like the broadcast if you haven't already, before you go, if you have to go. Thank you. Indeed. I got it. Let me even kind of fix this properly for the sake of those who are going to make attempt of joining us this evening. And that is hopefully if we are able to get that through. So the Yoruba Union Summit kicks off tomorrow, which means that I won't really be, and I won't be here on Mayegun's diary political like normal. There could be some, some snippets, some little droplets from, what we are having tomorrow. Hang on, I think I'm going to be here tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow evening because tomorrow is our the arrival for those who are physically attending and those who have already arrived. Today, one of us arrived from the US. So, you're welcome to Glasgow. We are waiting for others who are going to arrive in the morning. And to those who are not, about 2 or 3 notification that some are not going to be joining us until Saturday, and another 2 people or so will not be joining us until the last day. It's okay. We're all going to be here, right? So, listen, it is strictly by invitation. So when I say this, I have people I'm actually speaking to. And to those who are not making it down, or those who feel like, oh, I didn't hear it in time, don't beat yourself. Okay. So it was almost impromptu. And then we just had to do this in order to finally put the foundation down here in the UK, and then to the US, and then to Canada, in that order, we are hoping. So maybe the next one is going to be announced earlier, and it's likely going to take place in the US next year. So to those who are going to be appearing virtually or attending virtually as members of the Yoruba Union, also, you will receive the links, the 2 links, one for the Saturday event, and the second one for Sunday's dinner, which is like, anyway, I have a caller. I don't know how to make that announcement, so, right? Sometimes I feel like, maybe we should have make it free. They were like, no, the idea behind that is, number one, you do not want just, okay, hang on. You don't want just Tom, Dick, and Harry to show up and then maybe just make a mess of it, right? Then people felt like so much more than just attending. It's, if you don't live in you don't live in the UK, or if you don't live in Scotland, or if you even if you don't live in Glasgow, you would need to have to book a place to stay. So that takes a bit of a commitment to say, yes, I'm going there and I'm going to book my hotel, I'm going to attend. So even if it's free, yeah, there are those that will still not even come. But we will bring it to
Good evening.
Next year. Good evening, my brother. How are you?
Good evening. Good evening, my general.
Dan.
How's everything? Yeah.
Adeo.
Yeah. Yeah. How's the family?
We thank God. How are you? And how is Mama?
Mama is fine. Don't forget about my mom. She is fine. She just called me this evening.
Really?
This evening while I'm in my place now to check on me. I was like, I'm not a child anymore. So
it's not how much you grow, Baba. I'm not a picking anymore.
Yeah.
But there's no old.
Yeah.
There's this general belief that you can never be too old than your own parents. You always get you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dan.
Yesterday I was Yesterday I was laughing, and like, why am I laughing? What's amazing me? But you see these fools, like, I don't understand. They're just clown. Is as good as giving them a platform so that they start making comedy. And then they should be comedians. Seriously, let's just take the lives of our good die. Yeah, let us give them a platform. Let us come and joke about it. Imagine that PDP chairman, whatever it is, what they even call himself, coming to blab this kind of rubbish. Like that, I just love the answer that he gave to them. Like I just love it. You know, these people, they don't feel like we don't like Nigerians are all Nigerians are all illiterate. Yeah.
Standard. If we are talking about development, then go tell us.
Sorry.
This is the development. You should be happy. Nigeria is not America.
Yeah. These guys, like, you know that this guy is like they are even having hope. Like 2007, like 2027, like they are having hope to be on seats.
Wow.
I just pray that let every Nigeria just like shut down. Let this protest like just come up again. Let us shut down everywhere so that if they want to go for an election, they should go and keep themselves, vote for themselves and their families.
You get?
These people, they don't even have conscience coming to tell us that as in that is development that they are not that he's saying that it's not perfect. You are not perfect, but you are perfect to your family and your pocket.
Yes.
You are not they're not have come to do
poverty.
Jeez.
But now them, them and them family they live out of poverty.
Yeah.
See person, you go just see person where they push about jalopy. They go just make they feel say, oh, him be chairman of this.
Jesus
or him be
Christ.
this one that. You go just change car, change this. All of them go consider they don't be their papa don't reach now. Are you mad?
Jesus.
You're not helping
this guy. See, if you don't do anything, I've come to observe that this Nigeria, these are politicians, they want to do any public construction or do any public something. It will take them time to do it.
And now,
and
15 years.
If it truly like they have come up with it, that okay, they have started doing it, they will take huge amount of money out of that project they are doing. And at the end of the day, they either abandon it or make it to be substandard.
It is called open shop on you. That's what they do. They open shop on top.
Yeah. And look at the kind of machines they are flashing, and I believe that they even know that thing more than you. But these people, they will not do it. They will rather bring up this manpower. Let us be doing it locally so that they will extract money. If maybe they have to pay one particular person 50,000 naira.
You see now, people when they clean that shit, right? They go pay them maybe 50,000 naira or maybe 70,000 naira, right? But guess what? They get other names on that list of people where they pay. They call them ghost workers. Those ones don't do anything. They collect more money than people where they scrap the shit there. That's why they won't employ machine. Because you know, say machine, machine. You know, fee stocks you pay machine.
Yes, once you bought it, I bought it already.
You get? Because if you have to say you spend money on top machine, you go show what you take the money do. Now parts or now petrol or what you take and buy. Abi?
And one other thing, I just pray that these Chinese firms, they should not stop. They should seize all the flight, like not the ones that take COVID. They should seize all those idiots. They should go to this what they call this bank, this World Bank, where normally Nigerians are forgotten this country, Switzerland. They should go to Switzerland and maybe seize a lot of things. For Canada, they don't know where these people they are. They should go there and see a lot of things. Man, this is opportunity for Nigeria. God is punishing for them. They should go there and see a lot of things. Take them out. Shit. You are saying that you're saying that kerosene is true, that kerosene is 2,000 naira.
How much
see, a locally fine kerosene is sold for 1,000 naira. Some places are 1,500, 2,000. That is Sokoto. That is what is more rampant. You can't find kerosene in our filling stations. You can't. You can't find. You can't even find it. Like here in Niger Delta, we are privileged to have maybe this local made kerosene because of this profile and this whatever legal refining, what they call it. These are the people that have been sustaining us. Like we ourselves have sustained ourselves. And could imagine the effort put in this, and they try to stop them. So that's why the thing is now it has not increased.
Somebody said, right? Somebody said corruption a bastard, though. You know, no. See, Nigeria get refinery, but some of the refinery, they couldn't make them work. But look at you, where people where they do local refining in Niger Delta, their equipment don't get problem anytime.
At all.
That's when they come pump bomb them or raid them. They're their own equipment, their own you know they break down. But the way government they deal can work.
See, you see, every day, like I'm just pitying for myself. Or you see, including even my brothers that have come to rule this Nigeria, all of them, they are the same vultures. All of them, they are the same. See, there is no difference about any of them.
I'll take another one there. Thank you for calling in this evening, okay? Just
all right, General. Okay, I just feel that Nigerians are just, let us climb on this station and watch, let us climb on this program and watching you. Let everybody just be live on this. So that we'll just be worried about this whole thing. So that this process will stop one day.
It will stop. I mean, one after the other. They say you take one and the next one and the next one until we build up a cavalry. We will get there. Daniel.
Amen.
Up, okay? You have a good one, Baba.
Yeah.
So that's
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen. I do have another caller on the line as well. Yeah. Hello. Hello there.
Hello, Mayugi.
Baba. Hello, sir.
Yeah. How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well. Oh. How are you, sir?
Yeah. It's good. It's nice talking to you again. Oh.
It's a pleasure.
This is Bayo speaking.
You're so welcome, sir. Sir Bayo.
Yeah, from Maryland. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Anyway, I do have the intention of calling. I just when you show that equipment of sweeping,
the sweepers. Sir.
I just said, you know what? I think I need to chip in something. You know, how would they say they created employment if they buy those machines? You know, because those okay, for example, when I was in Nigeria last year, I remembered I went to ShopRite in Ikeja Mall. And you know, when you enter a mall or any parking lot, those gates that open, flip up, you take your card, bro. Now, person they mount down for Nigeria, person go collect. That was like the person. I just saw the person driving me. I said, wait. Am I like this thing?
Like you mean like that? Those type that they will put sand inside Koroba.
Exactly.
Another one go get rope.
I just told my friend driving me, I said, you know what, at this point, I'm not going to be good to anything because this is an employment for someone, you know, what's his name? Sowolu has created employment. So, so if this machine works, it doesn't work for them. That's at the end of the day, now when they want to campaign, they will tell you they created 50 million jobs, 30 million jobs. Those are the jobs they created, you know. Yeah, so that's just what I said, you know, let me chip in. I don't really have anything much to say.
But it's so sad that people have been, some of them have been, they've lived in this part of the world. Like, how much can you hate your people? That every opportunity you have to actually make things better for them, you just sort of deny them the chance. Like
you know something again. At times when I try to blame the leaders, I still give them a little bit of soft spare. You know why? The people give them the chance to do what they are doing. Because if you go to Nigeria and you see the way people are even behaving, you'll be like, are we in the land of humans or in the land of even animals as well? They are coordinated anyway. Don't let me tell you. Because if human beings can be behaving that way, definitely government just
exactly, because they will actually mock us if we try to. Oh no, man!
Boss, as soon as the land Niger airport, that Ikeja road, I was asking the person that drove me are we still in Ikeja airport or we are in 1960, 70, though I wasn't born, but everything looks so bad. It was just like I was just watching a movie, but I was in that movie. Like those 70 movies, you see all those old bands, all those vintage cars. But it was like I was in the actual movie. Yeah. So I don't go like give you.
Thank you so much.
I don't tell people say if there's someone they pray for Nigeria for church. Me, I don't they pray for Nigeria. I'm sorry.
You know something,
thank
sir.
You so
when you pray for Nigeria, genuinely, right? You would be praying for these criminals, okay? To actually, and meanwhile, that's something that ordinarily you believe that no, this beyond prayer, man. As well. Thank you so much, Baba.
Thanks. I appreciate.
You have a good one, Sabayo. Now that's Bayo from Maryland. You heard, and here is another couple. So we have just like about an hour. Okay, we still have an hour to go. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, fine. This is my first time of calling you. You know, so I've been watching your program for a very long time. You know, I even used to criticize you. But oh boy, oh boy, this man is evil.
Tell me about it.
This man is just pure evil. This man does not have a heart. See, me, I'm a Yoruba boy. You know, I did not really support him because I've lived in Lagos all my life. But without anything, I know how election works because since when I was a child, I've known politicians. Since the time of PDP, APC, even before it was APC, you know. So I don't lie to myself. I don't gaslight myself. I knew this man would win it. Some places legitimately, some places they will rig it, but is it not still corrupt Nigeria? Everybody is rigged.
He's got what it takes. It could bulldoze his way, whatever it takes.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. So I already accepted that fact. So the media could not distract me. You know, because I know how they play politics in Lagos and the rest of Nigeria. Lagos has been a gangster island for a long time. A gangster island. Even a local government chairman, you know, they do so many things. Now, when the insults were going up and down, the tribal everything, yes, we are all tribal. So the thing got to my heart, you know. But then again, I asked myself this question. When an Igbo man insults me and my tribe, the government benefits from it. Because what they will do is say, see those people, we are not your problem. It's those people insulting your tribe. It's those people insulting your Oba. It's those people insulting your culture that are your problem.
And
you know,
our mind away from the real problem.
Exactly.
So we get so energized.
Exactly. So they use that thing and use that thing and use that thing. I now say, come. This thing is just a distraction.
It is.
If an Igbo man tells me he made Lagos, he's the owner of Lagos, he made all the I don't care anymore.
Exactly.
I don't care anymore. You are stealing from me. Is it the Igbo man that is stealing from me?
No.
Even if the Igbo man insults my Oba, so what? That's not destroying my life. The only reason why the Igbo man has time to insult me is because you do not give him job. If he has job, will he be online insulting other people's tribe?
No.
You know? So I said that all this back and forth, all this is just distraction. The only person that is benefiting is the government. They are all stealing. All of them. It's not that the money is not there. The money is there. They cannot build ordinary school, ordinary roads. The money is there. Even if they steal from it and they do it, the money will still be plenty.
Baba. Like there are some little things that you can tell yourself that except these people are actually really wicked. Okay?
No,
there are some things that don't really take much. But they still won't do it because they prefer to weaponize that. You know, they've weaponized everything. You know that, Tabi. I'm glad you are saying this too. Okay.
I've never seen a government. I've never seen a government in where there's food scarcity during that NSAS period. In my life, I never believe a government will hide food from the people. Free food, though.
They hide. I mean, it happened. You witnessed that.
You store money and you are hiding. You are stealing donation food.
See, hiding palliative.
I cannot even make sense of that. It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You are a beast inside human form. Even animals will never do such.
Not like that.
You know? So, and they did it again during this period. We remove subsidy. Price of food is going up. You store the food. It's not that it is from your money. No. Donation from international community. You store the food. You repackage it for yourself, and you are hiding it again, knowing that the price of food has increased everywhere. You know,
it's unbelievable. So, I know.
When you put inside the constitution that you have immunity. And you know everything is like umbrella. If I stay under this person's umbrella, I can benefit from his immunity. Everybody is now looking for how to make money from Nigerians. You increase fuel, you increase kerosene. They want to charge more for passports. Everybody's EFCC too. They will bring their own. Police too will bring their own. Army will bring their own. Everybody just sucking and charging the people because they know the people will not do anything. One governor even said the reason why they continue to do it is because they know people won't do it. And he looked at them and they did nothing. And he said they proved this point. You know, when you have given criminals the power, that there's nothing you can do about it, and you wrote it into the constitution, everything is doomed. I still hear people shouting Obi. I still hear people shouting Atiku. Una never learn lesson. Me, I'm Yoruba. The president is Yoruba, and I'm telling you, they are all the same. If you like, vote Obi, vote Atiku. None of them have ever told you that they will fight corruption. None of them. All of them still will keep that corruption. So nothing will change. Somebody is telling me Tinubu is introducing this policy, is introducing that policy. It will benefit us in the future. How will it benefit us? How? When everything is corrupt. Even when it gives money for development, they steal it and you do nothing about it. So basically, you know.
Money
it's
for
not that you don't know.
Hajj. Baba, which money they will steal?
It's not that
money
you don't
meant
know.
for Hajj. They still looted
You
it.
know that they will steal it. You know that they steal it. And the fact that you are doing nothing about it shows that it's just bribe. You are just giving them money. That's it. Because if you care about the people, you will make sure it reaches the people. Nothing. Exactly. You say you remove money for subsidy, you gave it to yourself. At the sake of over 200 million people. You said that you are reducing budgets, you are reducing this one, but you are still giving it to yourself. All of them, they took subsidy money. He shared his own big share. He gave the governors big share. All of them, they collected it. Whether you vote Labour Party, all the crooks from APC, if the Labour Party is president, all the crooks from APC will move to Labour Party.
The Labour Party lawmakers, when Akpabiole and Gang are doing what they are doing, have you ever seen them walk out of the chamber? Any of them?
Jet, you said the jet is old. 19 years old. You bought 14 years old jet.
Buy 14-year-old jet.
That money could have built at least 2 to 3 hospitals, standard hospitals in every state in Nigeria.
150 billion naira.
And that's just one of the things that they have wasted money on. They are not even cutting any cost. They are just going super mega. You are borrowing money and you are sharing it to yourself. You are borrowing money on Nigerian behalf and you are sharing it to yourself. Every time. You say you created students' loan. Is that what people need? How would they pay it back? They don't have job. Give them grants. Give them grants.
Thank you so
everything
much.
You are stealing, everything you are charging, everything you are stealing, everything you are charging.
Every problem, they make it more problematic. When they say they want to do solution on any problems, they make it faster and make money from it. And then abandon it.
You know, the moment they see that there's problem themselves, they'll even look for how to capitalize on it. They'll say they did protest. Look how much they said they lost during the protest. That's another way to loot. That's another way to loot. You know? So, it's just, you know, and Nigerians, see, if you are Yoruba, let the Igbo man insult you. Forget. Let them do their thing.
Because they are not the reason why our roads are not hard. They are not the reasons why our hospitals are like mortuary, glorified mortuaries. They are not the reasons why majority of our young people are currently jobless. It's not because of that abuse, is it?
In 2024, people don't have running water to their house.
No.
In 2024.
No sewage system
in the biggest city. No sewage system. No electricity.
Zero.
The pole can fall now, and it will just electrocute you.
Luxury.
If your transformer blows, when will you have light next?
Do you know there is no light in my hometown right now, Odogbolu, for the past I think it's about 4 months now. And you know, so they don't like me. That's why I didn't push it. Okay. You see, people stole, Baba. They stole electricity cable.
They stole electricity cable that supply electricity to my hometown, Odogbolu. Odogbolu is the capital of Odogbolu local government area, Ogun State. You get? Baba, everybody just they live like say, may they continue. From Ikene, you see that Okoroba in Ikene, that Mayflower, between Mayflower and Odogbolu Junction, they removed all our wires. Odogbolu no get electricity now, my hometown. And some criminals out there, right, will tell you the government is trying. Let us, man, Baba, see.
You know the worst one. You know the people that say that the most? The people that jack out of Nigeria.
Most of them.
And that thing used to pain me. Because I used to tell them that if this Australia that you are in, this Canada, this USA that you are in, if they are running Nigeria type of system, will you want to go there? And then they start insulting me. Very, very wicked, heartless people. What they don't want, what they ran away from.
It's a matter of time.
Yes, so you know what they ran away from. They want Nigerians to suffer it. They will not be saying U.S. president. They will be comparing with they will be comparing us with the worst of everywhere. So why did you leave? Go back. If Nigeria is getting better, go back. You know, if Nigeria is getting better, go back now and experience the betterment.
With your family and business. At least it's your country.
Why are you still here? Why are you still here?
You know? Another one, Baba. I like your rants. Please, do your best to always kind of stop by like this, okay? To add your voice every now and then. Thank you so much. You didn't tell me your name or us, your name. Or you want to keep it that way?
Yeah, for now, anonymous.
Keep it that way for now, okay? Brilliant. You have a good one, sir, okay? Nice one. There you have it. You know, I don't talk out here. Maybe I know some of you will laugh at me. Hey, your hometown no get electricity. I swear they stole the cable. It was raining and there was no electricity. Then everybody they were waiting for, okay, the rain don't go now. May light come. Oh. But for like 4 months now, there is no light in Odogbolu and the other surrounding communities, simply because the electricity pole that brings in the electricity from another town to my hometown, some people stole the cable. Yeah, they took all of it. And the Nigerian, the Ogun State government, the NEPA, being PHCN, they don't send them. The local government headquarters is in Odogbo, so the local government headquarters no get electricity. But they have local government chairman who resumed there every day. He goes to office every day. No electricity. And everybody just lives on. Now, my own people were there. Now, I have added, I can imagine now, I have to add more to their allowances because now they have to buy more petrol. No, they are not even buying petrol. They are now buying, they have this massive inverter. You saw this massive electricity inverter, something. Baba. Everybody just they put up, and we are just praying for the sun to shine and power it for them. The whole town. When I was still living in Odogbolu, our population was put at somewhere around 85,000. That's our population. Now, I think we should be probably over 100,000 people who lives in my hometown alone. That Odogbolu alone. And they are living in darkness as we speak for the past 4 months. Dubious darkbo. Just know that too. There are aged older people in that hometown where I know you subjected them to perpetual darkness. You that hear that Odogbolu is in darkness, and as a government, irresponsible government, you left them. You took a year, dubious darkbo. You know at one tweet here. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayogun. Good afternoon.
Yeah, brother. How are you today, Baba?
I'm doing well, man.
Well. Something must have jotted you to say you will call in tonight. It's a real one. I saw your chat as well. Thank you, Baba.
You're welcome, man. I decided to take a break from news, man. So many bad news from Nigeria. And when I decided to get back on, I'm hearing the seas plane and all that.
Not going anywhere.
What kind of ridiculous
when
is
people
that?
say they are tired of hearing about Nigeria, I just want to give myself a break. It no matter. If you like, give yourself a 6-month break until that contraption is totally broken, right? The problem they there. Anytime you decide to check, you go meet the backlog. Baba, it's not going anywhere. The criminals are still in charge, still powerful.
Yeah, it's been mentally stressful, man. I was listening to a news. It's like an Indian news on YouTube.
Right.
And it was there they talked about asset being seized. And I'm like, how did we get here? How did we get to this level?
I tell you.
It's like they seized planes. They've also seized some houses in US, I think in the UK. So it's like
They haven't
this is a
announced
mess.
that of US. I have seen a court judgment in US that says an appeal, Nigerians appeal in US, they lost, where they tried to say they have immunity over their properties and people can just take their properties. And a US district judge said, are you crazy? You are in debt. You're talking about immunity. So they gave this company clearance. So in another few days now, via another breaking news, they've taken another property in America. So far, so good. UK, France, and now Canada. Bro.
Wow. You see, as bad as we hate Abacha, we still understand now, like the level of leaders we have, especially those that claim to be Democrats, they are far useless. Because I think you mentioned in one of your episodes that Abacha was trying to kill Nigeria's problem from within, and those that were shouting democracy, they were those that weren't able to share in the loot with Abacha.
Papa, we don't find out now. Remember, people who were shouting, they demonized Abacha, right? That we celebrated when he died. This is one beautiful, beautiful thing that the dangerous media can do. I said beautiful in the sense that it was beautiful in our eyes then that the enemy of Nigeria was dead. Abacha said, these guys, they are promoting tribalism, ethnic this, religious this, all for power, for their selfishness. But we thought he was the devil. Now people were told us democracy was the best are now the ones shooting us in the face for standing up saying, you know, we no go agree, we no go agree. They say, you no go waiting, shoot them for head, for back. So Abacha was really right. Unfortunately, he was right. The people who told us that Abacha was bad are the ones who are now probably doing worse than Abacha. Baba, look now. Don't be duped and dupe also.
You know, I was having a dinner with one of my schoolmates over this weekend. He's Indian, and then I mentioned how India is having like a good economic growth rate, and I was like, oh yeah. Then he also asked about Nigeria. I was like, oh, this is what we do, man. This is Nigeria. After I gave him story of the history of corruption, this guy was like, man, you guys just steal money, man. You guys just steal. And it's like, no one is even pretending to even govern at all. They're just stealing in front of everyone, in front of the masses, like the president, his family, everyone just stealing openly. It's like, this is madness.
Converting national assets to your own family and friends. What have you, Baba? No appropriation for a $13.8 billion road project. No bidding, no nothing. Baba Ogbeni awarded it to his own confidant. Pay him 1.2 trillion, Baba. And all we did was just to say, what is this? This is nonsense. This is rubbish. But they collected the money and they are still fine. Then Alaye decided to buy himself a yacht. How dare you buy a yacht? You are so mean. We shouted. Then it was like, una the craze. Me, we are going to still buy plane. And he just took 150 billion, bought himself a Lokuya Crafts. We are still shouting, hey, hey. So he's having the ball of his life. By the time he's done, I don't have a clue what it's going to be like, bro.
You know, where I joke, man. Last time I was in Nigeria, I saw one of my parents' former employee. This person is naturally skinny, naturally skinny. But when I saw this person, it was as if there's just bone and flesh. There's no meat.
Dieting.
Maybe it's dieting.
You know,
It's
like these
dieting.
days, there are some
Nigeria is the fat.
there are some diet routine that you won't believe it, right? That people will
Nigeria
tell
is the
you.
fat, so you have to do it.
You know me, I used
I
to
said
believe that. See, I used to believe that fasting was just for spiritual, until some of my party in Nigeria said, "Do you know fasting is healthy?" I said, "No, I don't know." So, fasting was healthy, gone. Like, you know, you just kind of make sure that you ration what you eat, and then you don't have to eat breakfast. You know, there's nothing breaking about the fast. Okay, you can let the fast get to midday. Have something lighter. Just make sure that when you go to bed, before you go to bed, you have something solid to eat. And you see, it's good for your health. I say, Baba Yonshe, that's not health advice. It's like what Pastor said. Gary Yedugan,
fat like
ni
I trying to
sugar
burn.
rara, ìyà ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. Ẹ bá ń wa pọ̀nmọ́ o, kò need fish o, ìyà ló ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o. You know what I mean? So yeah, people are dieting, I would say. It's unfortunate. Forced dieting.
The other thing, the other thing that's worrisome is this so religious nonsense. I think the protest was heavier in the north, but in Lagos, some were actually doing like million march for God or something. It's like, do you people know your pastors have like passports, foreign passports? If Nigeria scattered, they will leave the country now. It's we're a joke, man. And lastly, there's been a few debates that I've actually been encountered on social media where they show poor Yorubas, you know, crying or shouting poverty, being power, and all that. And some other people from other tribes, they start to say, oh, Emilio Khan, you voted for your people, so suffer the consequences. And it's like Tinubu lost the election in Lagos, and we all know he lost all across the southwest.
They actually lost in southwest as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had to
Then,
fix it.
yeah. Then we also now look at those that actually voted. I think Tinubu won about like maybe 8-point-something million votes out of a country of 200 and something. So I don't get why people are pushing tribal narrative to attack folks that literally just.
No, it is Tifnumbu's camp. You get what I mean? They had to push that. You see, they had to push that tribal ethnic narrative. Okay, like my last caller said, right? It sort of works, right? It worked for people who already have nothing to do, so they were able to have this hatred through them, and this venting of their disappointment on the wrong people. It's totally sponsored, and like you know, if you see somebody who's I mean, if you see a name that shows Ifeanyi Chukwuemeka on social media, and suddenly said, man, Yorubas are just dirty, coward people. I will never have anything to do with Yoruba people. And you are a Yoruba person, like, first and first, you'll be like, what prompted this? Why would this? Then you see somebody who will come and say, no, you should, next time you should ask the reason. Now one Yoruba boy said, Igbo people are so and so yesterday. When you go and check, you will see that they are all on a fake social media profile. But you are real. That person is real. That one is really Igbo. This person is real Yoruba. Now they've already dropped it. I go react to it. I say, this is not the first one. I have seen about 5 different posts abusing and attacking Yoruba. For why? And then you go use your head and say, nah, them. You see, I've seen about 15 posts from Yoruba people attacking the Igbos, abusing the Igbos, threatening the Igbos. You'll be like, the number one thing you look around and say, what exactly would you say is the problem with Yoruba and Igbos? Nothing. But when you hear them abusing the Igbos and you are Igbo, you don't know that they are the handles of all these guys. Government-sponsored tribalism. It's such a shame that they were even contracting people, Baba. They are asking people, are you ready to help us attack the Igbos? And people will say yes. And then they will contact other people and say, are you ready to help us attack the Yorubas? And they will say, yes, I've always been looking for that. Government-sponsored. It's unfortunate. That's why it's so strong. If not, it won't be clean. Here you get. We've always had prejudices against ourselves, but not to this extent of hatred. You get that? Oh, the Yorubas are this. Oh, the Igbos are this. Oh, the Hausa. You get. We always had those prejudices, right? But they are not to the point of so hatred that they've made it. So I kind of
what?
wish
So
everybody would see it that way and stop responding to some of those posts.
what's quite unfortunate is when they say all these Igbos are the problem, Igbos are this, Igbos are that, they engage in those debates. I'm like, you guys live in Lagos or in other Yoruba states. What have your governors, commissioners, ministers, deputy governors, what have they done to actually better you guys? You look at the old public schools we have across Lagos. Now they are all in a deplorable state, and people attack Igbos for like how is this? We've had Yoruba president. How many Igbo of states have we had?
It is politically sponsored. That's what people should know. But me, I can only say things. I cannot help how people react to things. It's out there. Like social media is saturated with all these messages. If it is not Do versus Igbo, Igbo versus this, that one versus Igbo, and this other one versus, and then you see all these lunatics on social media who have sort of taken them in so much that they will begin to tell you story. But you see the ones where they kind of moss me, right? Is somebody who is so stupid and ignorant, right? Who say, see, let me tell you something. You need to read history about these Igbo people. See, Baba, all these Igbo people, if you read the history, I'll be like, okay. Then you see another idiot. It'll be like, you see, as an Igbo person, you need to read history about these Yoruba people. These Yoruba people hate us. Go and read their history. They hate us. And then I'm like, where should I start from that? Your problem is not Yoruba, it's not Igbo. Can you please pay attention to the immediate one that is sending majority of you to the Golgotha? Papa, we are talking about a perpetuity of what? Poverty? That should worry everybody, but I'm trying. I don't think I can win it easily, but I'll keep trying. I just hope people will read through and see all those things that they are like sponsored and not react to them the way they do. I just hope. Everybody's prejudices as we speak right now. Now, sha like this, you know. Oshi. Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
man. Have a good one. Take care.
That's Festus, ladies and gentlemen. Correct guy. So I do have we do have just about 30 minutes to go now. And it's always a good thing to remind us that, please, if you haven't really paid your offering, do so now, okay? And thank you. Yeah, thank you to these two guys who just bought me a coffee. You know me, I'll kind of acknowledge that, so thank you. Meanwhile, we have another caller on the line. Here, hello.
Hello, Maigo.
Oh, hello, ma'am. It's a charm.
No, this is Malomo.
Oh, that seems like I'm having another, somebody like, very strong-faced, lady here. Malomo. How are you today? Since this is our first time of, talking.
Actually, it's my second time calling in.
Oh, beautiful. So, thank you so much then, my lady, please.
Okay, thank you for all you do, for shedding light into so many of the things that are going on that actually hidden. But for you, a lot of these things wouldn't have been brought to light.
Thanks so much.
The situation on ground in Nigeria is actually depressing. The people have been cowered into the corner, and you can actually see that feeling of helplessness in them. And the excesses of our leaders, it has gone on for too long. Which makes me query, do we still have able-bodied men and women? Where are the scouts? Where are the courageous ones? Because courage is not the absence of fear. You can still be courageous even when you're afraid. When you know you have something to do. Maigo, we need to do something.
And we have to.
Makes me also wonder if it means we don't have integrity anymore. Is there no one with integrity or loyalty to country, to fatherland, to motherland?
I think
are we just going to hold?
We still have those people. You know something, ma'am? What I observed personally is that, we have so many people who have
become so compromised that if you put their sincerity or their loyalty to test, they can't stand any test of time, right? But I still believe there are so many noble men and women out there, right? That because of the situation we are in, right? Because of the situation we are in, a lot of them are too afraid to speak out or even stand out. And we are living in a world where the foolish people are the loudest, while intelligent people are always in doubt. You know, is this going to work? Is that one going to work? Is this one going to stand? These are what wise men have been doing that make them take time before they can actually speak out. Then we have ignorant people taking over the place, the loudest, ruining everything. I still believe we have them. We just need to find them and encourage them that they have to speak out now. I stand up.
This has gone on too long. Too long. And I'm a woman. In 2 years, I'll be 60 years old.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. I think as it is right now, because they have grown the seed of fear and intimidation in the minds of our people.
You're right.
Which makes them helpless. To my own womanly thinking, I think it is time for us to bring in the mercenaries. And to just shut down the whole system. The whole people, these corrupt people, they need to be shut down and taken down. They need to be wiped out. Because we don't have any other place to call our fatherland.
No, they're chasing us all out, and they don't want us to return. They want us to die out here, never to return.
I say to my friends all the time, when I came into this country and I saw, for so many months, I just lament, and I'm like, I kept on saying, my goodness. And our leaders come to this country, and they see all this. They come in and they benefit from all these amenities and facilities. So what stops them from going back home and replicating the same thing they come here to enjoy?
Witchcraft. It is witchcraft, ma. It is something.
Is it witchcraft or just greed or just a demonic spirit? I think it's a demonic spirit. That is why
I'm not going to dispute that. It's so much like it's illogical enough that you can't even explain the greed. We can't.
Even me, as I am, I'm not in government. I just pray as a God. I wish I have the kind of money that these people are embezzling and hiding.
That you have access, and you have access to this kind of resources, man.
I'm just gonna maybe be the first person to spearhead it and show them what I can do. With that kind of money. But since they are not doing it, my God, they need to be taken down.
I believe that's.
And then people back home, sincerely,
the people.
Yeah, sincerely, the people back home can do it.
Yeah, that's more
because they let us be sincere to ourselves, with ourselves. They cannot do it because poverty has been weaponized.
That's been.
Fear has been put in their minds. They have been so intimidated, and then they have been playing with their mental health for too long that those people are not thinking right. Were we to be at home, I know we will also be in their shoes.
We would be.
Where we still to be in Nigeria, we will also be behaving the way that
you know something, man. That's why I said, you see, I love this part that you just mentioned, okay? You see, one thing is that about privilege, man. Privilege always blinds the beneficiary, okay? And when we say privilege, yes, all of us have different reasons why we are where we are today, and we are grateful. Right, that we've benefited. We've contributed as well, that we've benefited in all these systems, right? So far. But we all come from somewhere, and we are watching these guys destroy where we came from.
Exactly,
we're actually watching them do it. Okay. Now, a lot of us are privileged. A lot of us are not seeing this abroad or wherever it is where we are, right? As a privilege. They have become so blind by it that they can conveniently in their comfort zone and say, let us just pray for that country. If Nigeria work or Nigeria doesn't work, it's none of my business. I'm an American. I'm a Canadian. I can live my life here. It is a privilege that has blinded so many men.
Exactly my line of argument with them. I tell them you may have an American passport, be an American citizen, but when the chips are down, you know where your source is.
You know?
And then no matter how long you are here and you say you're Americanized, you're a citizen, you don't really integrate fully because they know themselves. Some of us people here, we fool ourselves believing that because we are American citizens and then we feel that no, it's not. It's not. It's a privilege, like you said.
That's our originality lies, and they are burning the place down.
That is it. And we can't just blind our eyes and close our eyes and let that be destroyed. Mercenaries, Maegon, we need to bring in the mercenaries.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, and you have spoken how
we're going to do that. How we're going to do that, I don't know.
It shall have his life. I mean, the life of his own. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
You're welcome. Thanks so much. And I'm so happy I'm able to get in tonight.
Bless you. I'm so happy to hear it from you too.
After trying for so many times.
Right? That was a brilliant
wow.
One. Thank you so much,
Thank
man.
you so much.
You have a good one.
Sir.
That's beautiful. And that's one thing about when people try so much to get to call in, especially when they are like feeling the fire in them that they want something out, and they couldn't get through. Or you see those ones that get through enough that they like let out the fire. Well, the feeling is always mutual. Like, yes, I love that. There is another caller. Hello. Hey,
my
Prince Adebayo from Sweden. Did I get it right?
Yes.
God bless you.
King,
because I get too many Ade. And if I mix them together, it's so embarrassing. But here is one Prince from Sweden.
King.
Baba, how are you today?
I'm cool, my king.
Class.
My king, you know, there's something that I was reading today. I read that the people who did the end bad governance protests, they arrested over 2,000 something of them.
I heard that too. Especially in northern part of Nigeria, where there are a lot. I know.
Exactly. So it's like this government, they have mastered the act of kidnapping our people when they protest. So they will be picking out the active ones. Some of them, they will gun down. Some of them, they will pick them up and lock them up so that they will be reducing the number of the, those who are very active.
Courageous ones standing up.
Courageous ones, exactly. So, all these protests. I think these people, I'm sorry, but these people in the East, they have gone far ahead of us. They see already where we cannot see. If you remember how the Kenyans were able to take their country back from the colonialists, there's something they call the Mau Mau system. Yes. And that's the same system that they call the Onungome. It's almost the same thing. If you don't do something similar in that country, look at it. Everybody they respect is somebody who has weapon.
Yeah, I know. Violence and all that.
Yes. The Tompolos, all these ones, they have boys who have weapon, and that's why they're able to negotiate with them. Because they are picking up, and if a decent person cannot be going around knowing that they can pick him. It was when Mandela started using this attacking system. That was why they locked him up for 27 years, because his actions were beginning to create impact. Because all these protests here, protests there, these people are frolicking with the...
Protests can't cut it anymore.
Yes,
this way.
They are frolicking. Look at where they are discovering all our private planes. Canada. So all these countries, they know how corrupt our politicians are, but they are helping them keep their planes.
Yes.
They are helping them keep their money. They don't care about us. If we don't
democracy, they believe that we will be fine.
The only few countries that practice democracy, the rest are pretense. The rest, and they like it that way because they don't want.
Somebody said, Prince, right? Somebody said in America, America is a capitalist country, right? Which means it's all about making money and as much as you want to make yourself, right? And they are also the greediest capitalists in the world, Americans. They are also the smartest capitalists in the world. As they are the only capitalists that you can actually relate with in the world, right? That as bad as the word capitalism is to some people, right? American knows that they have to the American capitalists, right? They know when to release some of the wealth into the system without holding everything to themselves, like these guys are doing. Everywhere you are packing the money to yourself. Nothing is being released into the system to create jobs, to create economy of its own. Here you get. Now the money is still yours, fine, you stole it. But invest it in that country. Create good paying jobs where people actually get good pay for work. Okay? That means that money is still working in the system. But these ones, they are worse. Chronic capitalists.
But there are two things involved here. So if everybody understand, I hope everybody is listening.
Yeah.
If everybody understand these two principles, they will understand how to move. Number one, Europe and America don't want Africa to be a production hub. Africa to them is a raw material hub. They come, they take the raw material, they go back and create the employment in their countries. That is the way they want it. So if you are trying to build, they will be cutting you down. They will be frustrating you. They will be denying you loans.
God will not destroy your wisdom, because you know something. Now $400 they offered David Undenyi to help them write a damaging article about Dangote Refinery, because they said if Dangote Refinery should begin to operate at optimal level, 680,000 barrels of crude oil every day, it will disrupt the economy of Europe. You know why?
Finally,
many West African countries import their fuel from Europe. Refineries built by people we no get crude oil.
Exactly.
Here you get.
That's
so
one.
If you should build one in your country, that means they have to shut down. They have to close all those refineries. A lot of people would have to go and look for another job. And they won't let that happen. They offered an African journalist $400 to help them write that the Dangote Refinery is dangerous.
And that's one.
Other people don't collect the money. They don't start the climate change campaign in Nigeria now. The money then you refuse or rejected. Others don't collect money. They've given some of them visas to invite them to 2025 climate change campaign in America. I swear, they're already doing it. But I just thought that when you said they do not want Africa to develop, and anything that will bring any development there, they will cut it down. That's an example.
That is why when they destroy your economy, they will create opening for refugees to come in. They know that we don't have economies. That's why they create space for the refugees. They will know that we will always be coming in. If you see now, UK, they say they are looking for so number of soldiers coming from. They want to use they know that people are flooding in. So they are preparing. This other country now, they say they are looking for English speakers. They are the same people who will push some people out too, but after a while, they will create opening for the lower level. They are training, they are creating underclass. People who will never be able to
indebted to those countries. Like now, if Britain give you British passports now because they recruited you without ever visiting UK, and you became a British soldier from Okokomaiko,
you owe them your life.
But you know, say you hold it. You didn't. I mean, number one, right? You believe that they are going to change your life, the life of your family, and the life of everybody around you, and rightly so, they will. But at what price?
At what price? And that's the one. Listen, number two, this thing that I wanted to say, and I want everybody to understand this, is that if US picks you as a nation of interest, that you are of their own interest, they will do everything possible to make you remain that way. And that is why the way they put, this Taiwan, or is it Taipei? Taiwan, that China want to bring back to their one China. You know why US is supporting them?
Tell us.
Because of the chips. They said that they said it, the US said it, that Taiwan is a country of interests. They have special interest in Taiwan. So therefore, they will defend Taiwan to the last and make sure that Taiwan separates and remain that way. And come to look at it, Nigeria is a country of interest. Shemo pipeline built, don't send it Europe. Thinking about
I think they call it AKK or something, pipeline projects. It's like, it's over $15 billion investment.
Exactly.
That is when they open the gas or when they open the crude oil from Niger Delta. They go. Sorry, when they open the tap in Germany, crude oil from Bayelsa, it will just the pump. If they open the tap in London, it will just bring us the crude oil from Ondo to
London. And that will now mean
Europe. That's the deal.
Yeah. And that will now mean that they will do everything possible to make Nigeria remain poor like this. So that if we get Tinubu finish, the worst person.
Another worst of the worst.
Exactly. Just to maintain that pipeline like that. Baba. I just hope everybody is understanding.
And some people will say, Arukon. Like we do the think. Now they get us all this kind of mind. I say, well, you don't think, okay? Because that same head, the same head where you they think say Nigeria go walk. I hope that is not the same head you they think to crossroad though. Because we believe it. If not, nobody will live long with this kind of mentality. If not the same head you they take crossroad. Thank you so much, Prince.
So, Baba, protest no fit do for us again.
No.
Nah, that's
it's a scratch on the surface. It won't take anything. But thank you.
Thank you very much.
You have a good one, okay? That's it. So I have another caller. But I also have a reminder. We only have just about 15 minutes to go because we started late. So I will let us have our time here tonight. So let's take this. If you haven't liked the broadcast, please do it now. We're almost done. Here is Adeza. Are you there?
Good evening.
I am. Good evening.
I'm here. How are you?
Adeo, I'm very
How is everything?
Thank God. How are you?
All right. Good. Yeah, let me quickly make some points.
Please.
Yeah, let me start with the people deceive people, PDP chairman. You see, the rise and fall of an institution lies on the power of the leaders. Understand? As long as we are not looking for merit, understand? We are looking for consensus. We never make progress because even let's say they are choosing from the North Zone, you see the best they could offer PDP.
It's never going to be
the displaying incompetence and inefficiency. He says it's popular for being a failure. A man who cannot rule a party. The constitution do not allow for double membership of any party. It's in APC, UK, and it's in PDP. And over 1 year now, you've not been able to do anything.
You have no ball
to bring him down. It's popular. That shows gross failure on his own part. And the maybe I don't know what they call themselves. That's a total failure. Yeah, that's a total failure on their own part. Let's go back to the doctor that were adopted. I learned that the man that was adopted too has been killed. Yes. And last week, I think 2 days ago.
We haven't heard about the doctors, or have you heard something? The student, the dentist.
We've not heard anything.
I've not heard though. And bad. I mean, no news is better than bad news. That's exactly what I'm actually dealing with right now. But we remember that the Emir that they killed now, his own happened just after the students were kidnapped, but they've killed him now. Continue, Adeza.
Yes, I think yesterday I saw some placard that said some people are protesting for a doctor that was adopted about 7 months ago with his family, and they released the rest, and one person, and she's still in captivity. By now, for what has happened, like the kidnapping of this 20 doctor, I expect the whole doctor in Nigeria to doubt us and everybody back home. No hospital will work. You see, these people we are dealing with, it's just as the Bible says that the kingdom of heaven suffer violence. It is the violence that take it by force. If these people, if we don't do anything to stop them, they will never stop. no matter what we do, because I accept with the number of people that are adopted in the last 2 weeks, doctors now, doctors who have down tools completely. People say, what of other people who die in the hospital? Are people not dying every day? Let them, anybody who remain, that is grace for him to live. But as I expect them that by now they should have done tools, everybody be at home and no work and nothing. So until this, if they do this, I'm telling you, 1 week, they will leave those people. Government know what to do. I think the late Sonny Abacha said that if an insurgency lasts for more than 48 hours, government is involved. From all indication of what has been happening in Nigeria, the Zamfara government has come to speak publicly. The police has speak publicly that we have house members, the police that are actually into this system. So why are we still not doing this to deliver ourselves from the bondage of these people? I also want to speak about the decision of the aircraft. We don't even know how much Nigeria are indebted to China. You will be surprised one day they will just come and seize the whole country.
I mean, and I will not be surprised. I have an idea. I have an idea that you see this one that is claiming the properties of Nigeria left, right, and center is actually just the beginning. There are many other violations from across other states in Nigeria that we are yet to hear about. And they are going to come out. This is going to probably bring more of such out. You know, but yeah, we have no idea how much money Nigeria is owed to China. And because if one of these is...
We know that throughout the term of Boko Haram is borrowing. They brought this guy wrote him and they want to do it. They bring China into see, and the rest of them know those things succeeded. And this money they borrowed, I don't think they paid it. So the time will come now. Maybe they will come to Nigeria and seize the whole the country. Until if we cannot blame ourselves, maybe we'll become a China colony.
You guys
understand? I don't know yet because it's coming to that side, and we have begin to see the sign that these people they are ready for the country.
And they mortgage the country as well. But we don't know who is going to come out later and say, "Hey, we're coming here to take our property." I say, which one? I say Taraba, Benue, Adamawa, Yobe. All of una, they don't take una borrow money in year 2020. What can take una? No, we are not there. We didn't know. Say no, you don't have to know. See the document. All of you, yeah, here, this way. Because there are some things that people will tell you that will never happen. But there is also something people need to know as well, that if they explain Nigeria to you and you tell them you understand but not angry, they don't explain that well. They just lie to you.
Yes.
If they explain Nigeria to you proper, there is no way you won't be angry, mad, and all that, you know.
I also saw in your picture in your program the lawyer that are protesting against the EFCC in Ibadan, something of that nature.
Yeah, you see, lawyers got brutalized. The house of one of the lawyers got invaded by EFCC, so they can't protest. Following day.
Now they're saying about that, and then they cut they do anyhow for Nigeria. So that's what no even pay me because now they are brothers. If they are there, that's what all of them are doing. Because you see, I said this some time ago. The people in Nigeria should be prepared to contend with like the those EFCC, ICPC, police, and DSS and the army. Because from all the indication, okay, look at it now. This man that was killed now, the government is not saying anything. No. The 20 doctors that are there now, the 20 doctors that are adopted now, I just put it, what happened to this man should not happen to them. They are not saying anything. But when you come to citizens, you see Nigeria army, they will come and be dancing, they say crocodile dance, the police will come, they will go and iron their clothes and make it tacky, so as if they are going to wedding. They will be jumping up here and there. I keep on wondering, the DSS will be going up and down. They don't do anything. But when they come to the citizens, you see now they have power, they will be embarrassing people. This is their job. How can somebody be adopted over 2 weeks now? Sometimes ago, Obi said that they told him that anywhere he's going, they can track him.
Yes, they were tracking him.
But they cannot track his phone.
They know where he was and all of that. But they can't track
They can't track kidnappers.
They couldn't track the people that kidnapped the Emir, Baba. for more than 2 weeks before they killed him. Come on.
I read the book sometimes ago. It says law and order exist for the purpose of establishing justice.
That's right.
Understand? Where is justice at all?
No.
Namdi Kanu is still living now. All that the Namdi Kanu said before they arrested. I don't know what we are seeing in the public domain now. It's not what we're seeing. All that he said, we are seeing all of them. In fact, by what is happening, they're supposed to have released him. This man, we just wrongly detain him because all that he saw and he speak out that make us to arrest him is what we are seeing every day. Lawlessness, anarchy, here and there. But let me not take. Let me quickly speak on this too before I leave. This coastal road, this coastal road. We don't hear anything about coastal road again because there was a time they said they want to reduce the lane again, but they didn't tell us they have reduced the price they have negotiated for.
Well, the price will reduce. They said they wanted to buy a car from Calabar now, but the ones from Lagos, we already said it, right? The only one that will be constructed is going to be the one from Lagos to Ondo. What do you call it? Ondo border, Ondo and Ogun State, okay? So that they can take the pictures, right? That's a 47 kilometer. That's what they are going to bid for 8 years. You get me? If these people allow them stay that long, they will drag it for 8 years. The budget will jump from 15 trillion to 25 trillion by the time they are done. Now, this one, the one they will do from Lagos to Ondo Junction, that is the one they will be posting the picture, image, okay, to tell you that the others will be completed later. You don't understand, 33 islands. They would have to, that road will pass through 33. You did hear me? 33 islands. It's not like a small island. On that reef, once you pass Ondo and you begin to go into all those creek and all that, they will build 35 bridges. And we are talking about building, you see that third mainland bridge in Lagos, which is 12 kilometers. They will build at least 18 of that in that project to get to Calabar. You get what I mean? They will be building other connecting roads. Like you see highway going now, you have to build other connect. They don't get plan to do any of that. You go see. At least
just like the award of Abuja Okene Road that was awarded during Obasanjo till now, they never completed.
No go do them.
People
think say they won't construct 700 kilometers Lagos to Calabar. It's just like they will just put water for road. They build road, they go. These criminals, they will build 35 bridges. Out of that 35, they will build 18 of them, of those bridges. 18, they are almost the size of a third mainland bridge. Ask them to show you the plan of the Lagos-Calabar coastal road. Let them show you all the plan, including the bridges they will build and where. You go see say nothing, nada. It's unfortunate that they will commit such resources.
Thank you so much for the good job you are doing.
Thank you so much as well. Adeza,
all right.
You have a good one, okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. I have, I think I should just call it a night. Because you know something? I have a long day tomorrow. I am the host of the Unionists, the Yoruba Unionists in Glasgow. We are not too many, but we are so significant. Tomorrow is the welcome day, and there are others that are not going to be available tomorrow because of delay or mixed up flights, travel plans, and other stuff. Okay, but to those who have arrived in Glasgow already, if I am not aware yet, please let me be aware that you are around. Okay, as a means of reaching out to us, right? Also, I had someone who sent me a message that they will need help or support going to the venue from their hotel. Now, I am going to make something available, possibly this evening, which is going to help. Or maybe if you find your way there tomorrow, I would advise people to actually download Uber. If you come from outside the UK to this summit, download the Uber app, okay? And you can order your own Uber anytime. It's not expensive, all right? With £7 or £10 from the city center to the venue,
And if you come to the venue, you're likely going to get a lift back. Yeah, you're likely going to get a lift back to your hotel. Oh, no, not like that, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. We shall see you again tomorrow evening. We may even have a few people in the studio tomorrow afternoon. And that is when you can see maybe we can have a Patitos gang. See this studio? Oh, I couldn't show you that. I wish I could show and turn the camera, right? So I could show you the mini Orabi here. Or we could move ourselves into the other room there where we can have a chat around Yoruba issues and the way forward, which is what the summit is all about to start with. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, everyone should have a good night. So good night from here.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.